My mum and dad have got COVID.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I see on your post. Yeah.
Mum was saying, make sure you get your jab. She said you don't want to catch this.
No.
And she's had jabs she's had 4 up to now.
Yeah.
And she was due another winter one this week, I think. But dad's in hospital with it.
Oh no. Gosh.
Yeah, they moved him yesterday. Actually, because his prostate thingy wasn't working. That's why he had to go to hospital. Last week before last, because he was in such pain where it was blocked and everything. It wasn't working, and they sent him home, waiting for an appointment to Bristol where the specialist cancer people are, but they couldn't fit him in or something. He was waiting for an appointment, and then he got the COVID from being in the hospital in Taunton. So they had to take him back to Taunton because of COVID. But so in a plus, they've arranged for him now. Went yesterday to go to Bristol, and they've been looking after his waterworks stuff. And so cool, no wonder. Squeezed a load of stuff, played around. So, no wonder you're in pain. Look at that. It's all. So touch wood. It's ironic, isn't it, that the COVID has got him back into the system to get him fit to operate today or as soon as.
This talking to Becky last night, and we were naturally talking about hospitals and things, and she said it's because of a lot of the time there's no beds in the hospitals, is because people like me, perhaps who live on their own, that have got no support at home, and they have phones, and they've got to keep them in hospital.
Bed blocking, isn't it?
Yeah, but they can't. There's nothing they can do about it.
No, I know.
Social care.
I'm healthy apart from this, and I can't even open a tin of dog food or put the toothpaste on my toothbrush any sense.
Yeah.
You just can't. You need 2 hands to do things. To hold things.
Yeah.
Well,
it's so
whatever
hard.
you do, don't go and talk to a one-armed man about things like that.
No.
When you were talking last night, I was thinking, well, there's thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people out there with one arm. How do they?
I know. Well, I know that it's amazing what they do.
They adapt.
But presumably, if they've only got the one arm, it's not absolutely agonisingly painful like this is.
It's when you grow into it.
I mean, this
I
is.
was thinking about it last night. I've had several times. I've had it all up there, broken wrists and that. And you're right. First time your fingers are blue, everything can't move. But as the weeks go on, you start using it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll get worse.
Sort of
No,
just move your finger, and that's all you need, a little bit, isn't it?
Because my fingers, I can't move my thumb because the bone is broken right at the base of my thumb. So I can't.
You can't do anything with that at the moment.
No. So it's.
I ain't going to play Skittles with you.
Because I think doing that, because like we do exercises at Tai Chi like that, and it affects all the.
I can move my fingers, but I can't move my thumb.
Well, just keep moving. Wait till you've had it done. Because our instructor, he broke his wrist, and he was doing this all the time, and he didn't have to have physio because they said he'd done it himself. So
I'm thinking,
and then like go to your finger. Oh, well, you can't, can you? With your thumb. Well, your thumb might get a bit better, mightn't it?
Making me just thinking about it.
I know.
It's your metamorph. They call it more
structure in your body, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's more bones in that little bit than there is in the rest of it. It's really complex.
Oh dear.
I'm going to be.
I said, so I think I've done quite well to get the 69. It's the first time I've broken a bone. And she said, "Oh, that is good. Oh, well, you've broken 2 now."
Made up for it. Well, you never know, Chris. It could be worse. because
Yeah, could have broken your hip or something.
I know, because the wrist is so complex. There's little bits of bone all over the place, and even in the X-rays, they don't always spot the one underneath that's really hurting. You know.
I know. I had X-rays. I mean, that was painful enough. I'd put my hand flat on the thing, first of all, and I had tears running down my face. I mean, I got quite a good pain threshold, and I had tears running down my face, and they were so apologetic. Oh, I'm really sorry. Then I had to put it on its side like that.
Oh gosh.
Then it had to go on its back, and I just
I can still remember years ago how they test if it's broke, because sometimes you don't know, they don't know if it's sprained or because that will swell it up and all the rest of it. And the test, it's happened more than once. The test to find out if you broke your wrist, he'd say, stick your hand out there, and he had a torch about that long and throw it on your hand.
Oh no.
It collapsed. He said,
thankfully they took me straight into X-ray, and that proved it straight away.
No wonder they didn't give you that puffer thing, like gas and air they can give you, that you sort of takes the.
Well, while I was waiting to go through for my X-ray, they give me an ice pack and put a sling, or this sling, which is rubbish. It's one of those paper things, and the poor tape that they put on it is all come undone, and it's rubbish. So I've just got a cushion under my arm. And they give me 2 paracetamols and told me, you know, if I said, have I got to take anything? And she said, well, I'll take paracetamols. That's all. But,
that's a job getting those out, isn't it? Can you
Yes, that was something. I woke up 4 o'clock this morning. I thought, I'd had the sense to take them upstairs with a bottle of water.
Yeah.
That flipped bottle. I can't open an ordinary bottle.
Right.
So I sort of, because the bedside cabinet is on my left side, so I was sort of using my left hand. So first of all, I knocked my phone and my glasses on the floor, and I knocked the paracetamols on the floor.
Oh God!
To pick them up. Then I couldn't get the paracetamols out the foil.
Yeah.
And I was trying so hard with one hand, and one pinged across the bed, and Leo from eating it. But
oh no!
Oh dear.
When I get a visitor, which should be sometime this morning, I'll probably disappear at some point. I'm going to get them to
do
a load of
lots of those jobs that you can think about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, definitely. But I'm going to my sister's tonight, so.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. She's out today, seeing her new great grandchild. So.
Right.
Oh, I can't. So I said, no, you won't. Don't be silly. Anyway, enough of me and my woes. Take my mind off it and talk about something nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Of course, my phone. It's fingerprint recognition.
Oh no!
My right thumb. So I have to stuff the phone up me.
Everything's against you.
It is.
Oh,
that's lovely.
Bloody disaster area.
Yeah.
Hey, remember what I said last week?
What's that?
The girls will paint female horses and the boys will paint male ones.
Yeah.
And that is definitely a female horse.
Yeah.
Got the doughy eyes. Oh, hello.
Is that yours, Carol?
Yeah, but I haven't really finished it. I didn't have time to do it. So as far as I've got.
I haven't even started it. I haven't had time. I haven't finished the week before yet either. I'm way behind.
Joyce inundated me. She's not here at the moment. She sent me a whole load.
Right.
She did 2 Harry Seacombe's.
Blimey.
She didn't like the hair on them, so she did one with a hat on.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was good.
They were good. I put them all on the gallery online. She did one of this. It was really
that's good, isn't it?
well done. That's very good. That was Chrissy's.
Yeah, that's
Female
good.
horse.
That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the last one you're going to see for a while.
Yeah, your trees are lovely, aren't they? Look how you've done them. I still get in a mess with these
It
trees.
did take a long time doing them. The horses, I thought, were so hard. Not the actual shape of them, but how to paint them, you know, to get the effect.
I did not. I went round with a pen on mine, but I probably shouldn't have done. But anyway.
Oh, no, it looks nice.
Yeah, with my one, I went. I think it was later in the afternoon. I sprayed all those dark lines on, you know, the panels, and just damped them all off and lightened it all right back. I didn't like it either, but that's the way it is. Who's that down the bottom having a fag?
Is that what he's doing?
Just lighting a cigarette in the wind.
Yeah.
It's really good, that. Awesome. Yeah, it looks good on canvas.
Yeah.
No copyright on that one. Well,
No.
you sell it, you have to give Carol a $5.
There's only a chance for me selling it, don't worry.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know if that was before or afterward, but I lightened it up in the background. That was Joyce's. Look at, she's done it again, hasn't she?
Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
I don't know. What we're
I
going to
love
do
the way she simplifies things.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I just wow, follow Joyce.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like the sky.
The portrait.
I'd originally made notes that I was going to paint my canvas black and do a nighttime one.
Well, I had thought about it.
I did. I changed my mind and went for more realistic.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Absolutely mind-boggling what that Joyce comes up with.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't seem to have any imagination at the moment to try and do it differently. Come out the same. My grass. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, she did. She did nice Harry Seacombe. Hang on, let me share that. Well, I like Joyce's stuff. I'm one of her fans anyway. So. There you are. Mr. Bubble.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
She sent me a thing, and she said I painted. I think it was on the other one. She said I painted the hair 3 times and it still wouldn't go right.
Oh gosh.
He looks like a proper little Welsh taffy there, that bloke.
Yeah.
And
that looks like him, doesn't it?
Really, it does, yeah.
Make a nice postage stamp.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I was watching a YouTube video with old Parkinson's, and they had Harry Seacombe on there, and Spike came on as well. And I must admit, I was really impressed with Harry Seacombe. When I was years ago, it was sort of, he don't make me laugh or whatever, but he was a good bloke.
I liked him. He had a lovely voice, didn't he?
It was different. I could never work out if he was putting it on or really singing. Because he used to sing from like from the back of his throat.
Oh wow.
You know. But he was proper trained. He did it for quite a few years actually. Early on, opera training and that. He tells loads of funny jokes about that, So when he first went to the vocal coach, something along the lines of, "Sing for me." Oh, the coach said, "We got our work cut out here," and some sort of. So I'm thinking of retiring. All the sort of things. That was good fun. Today's little article
looks really hard.
Does it?
Yes.
I'm really sorry for you all.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah,
I think you ought to try with your left hand and see what you come up with.
No, I think that would be a total disaster.
Oh,
can't even remember where I put it now.
oh, that's good.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. I think this is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, I do. Well, they all are, aren't they? Sorry, my voice is going.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I'm really cross.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like I was saying last week, to paint someone well known and what have you, we have to pay 12 quid for the plumbing, the rights to, the license to do it properly. Otherwise, potentially we can get into trouble.
Right.
And but Joyce gave me the Paint My Picture website, and so I thought, oh, we'll use those, and some of them are really good. What I did, that was I did a splish splash splosh and then sketched over the top like Carol said. She told me to do it last time.
Did it work or not? Yeah.
No, we'll find out in a minute.
Oh.
But I did I stuck to my thing of using a sketch, doing a grid, but I sent that. But I've also done maybe I haven't got it on there. What's the name? A black and white version that might be useful. I'll show you in a minute. Joyce is coming, does it?
No.
Well, she can get in anyway, so there's no restrictions. You what's waiting on early lunch?
Oh.
What did I hear? No
I
chance?
give up on that one.
Yeah, we can do
Where's
it.
Anne and Gordon today?
They're still away.
Yeah, they come back tonight.
Right.
In Taunton. Just change my microphone a minute. I'm all raring to go. I'm like a fired up tortoise.
Oh dear.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're recording, so that's do da da da. Yeah, what's my top tip for this week? What I've been doing is I've got you can't see it because I don't want to move the camera, but I've got these bits of they're old flannels, and I was using them for summit in the summer. But anyway, I've kept them, and what I've done on the side of my desk, because I'm always going splish splish splash, cleaning the brushes off, I just put them on the side and put the brushes on and rest them on there. How clever is that?
Very good.
And they don't roll around. Well, they didn't up to now. So that was cool. That's my top tip for today. We're going to do this, right? I've actually, but doing these things is
That's good, isn't it?
a real bonus. And the beauty is I always go over it with the trace down underneath onto the paper. You can move it any position you want to, just tape it down, bit trace down, and use a biro to go over it.
What's
and
that
then
stuff called? Yeah.
The biro goes over because you sketch it with a pencil like you normally would, but the biro, once you go like that, it seals the pencil, so it lasts forever. Well, it doesn't rub off, otherwise the pencil will smudge and go.
What's that stuff called?
Can't remember.
Oh.
I'll send you a link.
Right.
You can get it in A4 as well. It comes in pads. I bought an A2 sheet, but what I do is I fold it up in the pad. I fold it up like that, put a crease and just tear a piece off.
Piece off, yeah.
But I think I've got just about 50 sheets in the pad, so It's going to
Just
last for a long time. Yeah. I'm really pleased with that new printer I bought.
Good.
That's a print that it did on some glossy paper.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with that.
What printer did you get?
ET, I think that stands for Echo Tank 1810.
Oh gosh, what makes that then?
It's an Epson,
All right.
but it does really. This one from last week I printed out. Prints it really good. Well, as good as anything. Oh, but I did a black and white tone. You know, that's the same picture, but just black and white. Sometimes it's useful to do that because you can use it to paint in all the darks. So it shows them up. Might try that first, shall us? What I do on this piece of paper, it started off like this. So it started off like that with the simple sketch of the figure on. So I've got I might do two later on. Might do another go at this. This is the back of another sheet. So, and then I just splash some color paint and just like remember what I did before. And flicked it with a brush. Not as blue as I wanted it. And just went for it. Blew it around with a with me squirter thing. Not what is it? Metal tube, isn't it? Do you think someone bought that for blowing paint on? Can't imagine it. I didn't buy it. I just sort of acquired it. Cleaned me palette. Look at that. Amazing. Can you see the picture all right?
Yeah.
The brushes are all neat and tidy. But I'm gonna, I think, well, I've only painted the picture is only small, so I don't need a massive brush. So I'm going to start off with some cobalt turquoise. I think I'll put a blob of it in. Clean water. Well, it's not clean, it comes out of the shower. My water, the water in our bathroom, the boiler's downstairs, so obviously it takes a while to come up. So I put an old waste paper bin in the bath and it sprays in it. It's great in the summer because you've got all this water for your plants. And this time of year though, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, on my sketch, my pencil sketch, I put some dark lines where, let's go back to this one. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm after an early lunch. This sort of way of painting them, it's not supposed to be not very, to be more grey, more neutral colour. Well, it says in the manual a little bit of the cobalt turquoise and a little bit of light red should give us that nice neutral tone. Okay, and then I'll send you a copy of this one. So I think it might be a good. I'll tell you what I have got for a laugh. That's Christine talking about cats. I've got cat's tongue brush.
Oh yes, you got your pointy one.
Well, it's supposed to have a point on it. And I'm just looking for all the hairs. There's something down here. I haven't brought the hairdryer out. So just look for shadows.
That's on dry paper, is it? Haven't
It's
wetted.
bone dry. I haven't put anything
No.
on it. I know sometimes I make it soaking wet first, but this time I've not. I'm just looking at these. I've even got it in my hand. But this brush has got a point on it. So you can steer the paint around. Build up some shadows. Could take quite some time, really. Ah, that was naughty. That's really naughty. That bit there isn't shadow. Hang on. See, overconfidence. Don't do it. Rub that bit off. Try not to rub the pencil mark off. Can use just blue, I suppose. Because that's her neck. I've got to save a little bit for later. Pretty girl, isn't it? Pretty lady.
Yeah.
I think it was Chrissy last night said, "Who is it?" I says, "My new girlfriend."
Oh dear.
I was like, "Dream on."
It wasn't me, but who is it?
It was a lady of Paint My Picture off of the website.
Oh right.
It's a website called Paint My Picture, and the idea is that they upload pictures for artists to paint.
Yeah. Oh lovely.
So
Does she get to see them afterwards?
yeah, and when they finish, when we
Oh no.
do them, then I can
We're not
upload
going to. Oh,
upload
dear.
the pictures to the website so that they can. Let me see. It's more. Hey, this is good fun. This I don't care, but the methodologies. If you want to get it a little bit grey, I just always add a bit of green. That'll do it. Bit of variation on the tones. That's what you're always looking for, isn't it? Her hair comes right down, doesn't it? It's everywhere. I don't know if I'd cope with this. It's just hair everywhere. But the brush is handy. Something else you got to buy now. A cat's tongue brush. Just looking for shapes on the what's name? On the printed one. That's all you can do, really, isn't it? Try and. But these sort of paintings, they're not supposed to be full-blown, what's names? Artistic pictures, are they? They're supposed to be light and fresh and, well, a little bit more. There's got to be a method in all this somewhere that says, you know, do a good sketch. And just have a bit of fun afterwards. Definitely sort of having that. Still got this neutral tone. Oops, moved my desk. I think the other day, ages ago when I was doing hair like this, I used the fan brush in the end. Seemed to work quite well.
Mm.
I'm sticking with the theme though. This neutral tint. Well, it's not really neutral, it's sort of a bluey colour. Painting the negative for the teeth, for the mouth. Look for the shadowed dark bits. Teeth we love, don't we?
Mhm.
They're so difficult. Just look for dead shadow bits. Eyes, yeah,
Oh, the eyes.
you always have it. What I was going to do was paint the. I'm just looking for the darker bits at the moment. But I noticed that on the photo, that eyebrow over this side, the left hand. Ooh, I love my brush. Just while I want a skittle ball, the the eye over the eyebrow over that side is quite faint. It disappears into there's a shadow there where it goes down. There's one there. Really, all I'm doing is reaffirming the pencil lines that I put in previous. The nose has it, a little bit there, and there's a dinky do. What's a dinky do? I don't know. There's what's they call it? There's a line on the face, isn't it? Got a rigger in hand now, so anything's possible. Keep going. I don't know. That's it. Finished. Right, do you want it?
Yeah.
Let's get some blue. I don't know. Stick with the crimson blue, cobalt turquoise. Add some ordinary blue on it. Where's me big brush? Ding, ding, ding. Let's take which piece? There's a triangle here. Actually, I think I'll just make the whole lot wet and go with it. Clean water. Let's have some fun. Early lunch, early lunch, early lunch. I can sense it. Had some quite late ones. Every time I said that, I think it was last week. What time is it? Oh, it's 22. What? 20 to 1 or whatever it was. Let the water do some of the work. You might find, because of I'm finding, because of this background malarkey, the goes right up there, doesn't it? The paint needs to be a bit strong. Well, you can go a bit stronger on the paint because it's watercolor, so it's going to fade back quite nice. A bit more of that tone. But if you want to add shadows or you can just add a bit of what's that color? Same theme as we've got our neutral from. Just add some light red to the blue. That'll do it. Difficult though. difficult. Bit of raw sienna. I think some. No, don't put it there. Hang on. It's a bit green there. I'm really fastidious on my palette when it comes to getting a golden yellow. You only got a, what's the word? Just look at the yellow in the palette and it'll go. So we can get some golden. Why not? Get some gold in here. Just following my my dark lines that I started with first, with some this golden colour. Early lunch. Don't want it to really. I don't want it to melt into the blue. Yeah. Add a bit more as a neutral tone. Now it's wet. It should just try and find this bit of burnt umber, perhaps, into the neutral. Give me some extra depth to it. Make it darker. Not worried about the highlights because I'll put those in with the doodle. A bit tissue. So I can lift a few bits off. I think, I don't know why, in my mind's eye, I've got the notion to add some light red in here. Just following the dark areas.
Excuse me, I can't leave the room, so if you want to mute me.
No, you're fine.
Hi, love. All right.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, well, all right.
What are you up to?
Smaller brush.
I'm just
Find some real darks now, shall we? Burnt umber.
Art Zoom.
Let's do it. And some.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
No, it's all right. No, quite all right.
It's like Anne.
Yeah.
Mm.
No,
Just find
Not
some more
I'm
darks.
going around,
Just
so
drop them in.
I'm going to go and stay over there for a few days, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Extra read all about it.
I was trying to get paracetamol like with packet, let alone take them for pain. Took me 10 minutes
To do some of the work.
Oh, God. I'm good luck putting it back on again.
I don't think it'll be going back on again for a while. I'm not going to inflict anybody on that job. Certainly can't do it.
It'll take a while
The,
to take my arm in plaster.
Yes.
My wrist.
Yeah, I know.
It was very frustrating. And they trying to work as well. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it does get better. You'll get a bit used to it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
It will loosen up a bit as well around the hand, around your finger area.
Yeah, I mean this morning my fingers look like they look like sausages where they're so swollen. But they've only plastered it on the top and left the underneath of it. They put what they call a slab. It's up to my elbow from my knuckles. but that's to allow, because obviously the injury was underneath.
Hang on a sec.
And they won't, because of the swelling, they just put so that it can come and go as it wishes.
There you go. Just mute Chris.
Yeah.
She did say mute. Just a bit of flash tone. Just want it to blend in, really. And found a few darks. Obviously, still got some work to do. It's really difficult to talk about this while you're doing it.
Yeah. Well,
because you're
contemplating.
Because there is no, because the way because I'm just added, I'm playing with lots of fluid water. It's one of those things where there's no, what's the word? There's no real do this, do that.
Technique.
There's a sort of a technique, but it's in your mind's eye, in your brush, how you're gonna play with it. And we ain't finished by a long shot yet. Well, there's something I want. But I think if you follow the Yellow Brick Road, if you follow the sort of madness of it, it's a learning. Definite. It forces you to look at how we've been painting portraits in a different way. You have to go with the flow. Find negatives, find shadows, and add colour to them. Look for areas of tone and value, different tonal values, to pick out the picture. Well, rumorize it. I want it darker down here. I want a dark line there. I'll let that go. And there's a slight shadow. Yeah, I'll have to work on that. Don't think I'm going to get away with that one. Oh, I know why. Okay, it goes there. Different blue as well. I've used, isn't it? Ooh, that's really bright yellow. I don't mind, but I don't think I wanted it quite that bright. And as it dries, let's have what I wanted to do earlier. I started to put in some on the eyes, but I've got this thing about painting eyes green initially. I seem to have. It's in my mind. The eyes have to be green to start with, and you can build up on the green. Just try and mix a bit of a light flashy tone. On a bit darker than I thought. But we don't want it. Well, I don't need one of those little tiddly brushes to get in on the nasher bits. Probably have to lift that off. Now you know why I use fresh, because you start off with a lighter tone, more of a powder puff tone. That's if we want to. I think it's one of those. Oops. Just looking for areas of the face that have got more tone on them. There's an area over here, isn't there? I'm trying to rush it on purpose. It's really, it looks like part of me feels you're mucking about, but but the positive side is I'm trying to make it look loose and
easy.
Trying to make it, trying to make it so that it's not contrived, like a full-blown sit-down portrait is. I've got the other sketch if I want to do that later, but I didn't want to. I think we need to let the paint do some work for a change. Shame about that. Never mind. And there's a shadow under there that we use flesh tone for. All I've done is I've mixed up some light red and raw sienna there, and I've just added a little bit of St. Petersburg flesh tone to it because I thought it was a bit strong. And there's it's a very subtle bit that goes down the bridge of the nose and a bit in the eye there. Quite rewarding. I like this. I like painting like this. Reminds me of being a rascal at college, sitting down painting the teachers, or sitting at the back sketching the teachers and the students that were in front of me.
Not concentrating on what the teacher was saying.
Oh, so clever, Pauline. I didn't need to. I was a grade A. Big head. What a load of waffle. But you can see what I'm trying to achieve. Well, if you can, you can. And you can but the clever bit is you sort of forget about the stuff you did on the background, which was just pure messing about.
You did the sketch afterwards, did you say? After you
I did.
background.
That was because Carol mentioned it last time.
Yeah.
Can you do, which way round do you do it? Do you do the sketch first? But obviously the problem with that is if you do the sketch first, as soon as you start putting paint on, all your pencil marks disappear.
Yeah.
Which was like So that didn't kind of work. But the once you get some, it's not dry. Ordinarily, I think I'd let it dry. But like I keep saying about, there's two colours that I keep rattling on about. One is flesh and the other's dune, sand. You can use them to lighten up other colours. So you can go over, I'm doing it now, I'm just flicking in bits of, well, there is I do have sand as well, but let me get a thicker brush, mix it up a bit, because of the paint's dried out. So here, it's called June, and it works. It's not white, but it works. It mingles with other colours, and
I think I've got that one.
it's a beautiful colour to play with. And you can start, well, this is this is in my psyche, in my plan, was to see like blocks of colour and let the water do some of the work. And then while it's still damp, I'm sure I've done this before with these portrait ones. As it dries back, you'll start to see features in the hair. And you can start just flicking in some, because it will dry back as well. It will equally dry back into the golden hair colours. Maybe doesn't matter. It's just a portrait, a bit of fun. Don't get bananaed into, brainwashed almost into thinking it's got to be of a certain acceptable doodah. What's it? It hasn't. And I like that. That really works well, that bit of sound. And you can use it to highlight here and there. Of course, the problem I've got now is, well, it's a nice problem to have, is I'm going back to form, mix up some more dark, add a bit of green into it, burnt umber, blue, blob of greens just fell out on my hand. Ugh. Oh, is it burnt umber? Some it has. Something always happens when I'm doing it. No, it was burnt umber, I think. It's there it is. It's gone hard on the brittle, so it's just fell off. I can't remember what the heck I was going to do now. Oh, I know.
I can't help you.
No. I was going to add some more darks to the eye. Here it is. Just looking at a bit more there. That was a big sigh, Dave. Yeah, it was. Well, there's certain times when you're painting, you think, oh, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to
mess it up. Not that you do that, of course. Thinking about myself.
I don't want to create trouble for myself. I wonder if I can. No, I said about using that. There you go. Picked up the wrong brush. Stick with your rigger. Once you get a regular on, dirty paint. The sand, and that was not sand.
That was not sand.
That was more. Is Chrissy still there?
Yeah, but we can't hear her. I think she's off the phone.
I muted her.
Nod if you're off the phone, Chris.
Well, she can
think
unmute
I
herself.
think she's put her thumbs up. Yeah, she's put her thumbs up. So yeah, she's off the phone.
That's really nice, that picture.
Mm.
And it hasn't taken 6 weeks to do it.
No.
I've been painting my hand. Lovely
Oh dear.
neutral blue.
Oh.
I'm here now.
Oh right.
Who are you?
I've been off the phone for ages.
Was it
Oh
Anne?
right.
No, it's Kathy.
Oh, tell her she sounds like Anne.
Oh,
Better not, she might get upset.
Thanks for a day off.
right.
Is she coming around to help you put your clothes back on?
No, she's got no transport, has she?
Ah, right.
Oh,
To get to me on the bus, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm going to Anne's later on. Going home with sisters. I've got all day to get dressed.
I think if you tackle this picture a bit like I've done it, without any preconceived notion of what's right and wrong, you'll have a real good time doing this. I've really enjoyed this.
I might take a while because obviously I won't be here for the next 2 weeks because my brother's here and his wife, so I'm not going to be able to do anything really for a couple of weeks. I will. Yeah.
Oh, who's your brother?
You haven't been playing Skittles as well, have you?
No, he comes from. He lives in Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Amazing.
Oh,
Wow.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
He's a colonial.
Mm.
No, he isn't, sort of.
Mm.
We sent him over to keep an eye on him.
Mm.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, it's good that you still keep in touch and all that.
Yeah, he comes over most years, but obviously he hasn't been over for 3 years because of COVID. But
Yeah.
the last time I saw him was his son got married in Jamaica, and I went to the wedding, and that was just before COVID. So
Yeah, that's
I
when you
must have-
came
that's
back
right,
coughing.
That's
and we
right.
were all
Yes, I
so-
did. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
I distinctly remember being in the room and saying,
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
you
And
haven't brought
everybody
that
saying,
bug back
yeah,
later
that's
on,
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, you might have had it.
Well, funnily enough, my daughter thinks that I probably had it, but didn't know. But I said no because otherwise other people around me would have caught it as well, wouldn't they?
Because it was very
it was
contagious. even
It
then,
was,
wasn't
wasn't it? So
Yeah. Well done. Flicking a few darks here and there. It's one of those type of paintings that as it dries, you see nuances of the paint and you think, oh yeah, right, put a bit of a shadow there. But it is actually, it does reflect on what you did earlier on, because it as the paint sort of retracts and starts to dry off, those little bonuses, well, the little pencil lines that you did earlier on suddenly become apparent. Oh, that's why I put that there. Yeah. I'm struggling to separate her bosom, but anyway, I'll live with it. That's down there. It's just needs to be really dark in there, really. And the issue I've got as well is that my picture's supposed to stop about here and it's carried on down there, so I'm making it up, but it's okay. So her dress actually stops there on the picture, but mine carries on down here. So that's, and I've used a different color, whatever. I'm just going to flick in some water and let it do whatever it's going to do, and hopefully dry off. Voila. Early lunch? Or, eh?
It could be.
Well, I must admit, I'm not unhappy with it as it stands.
No, no, looks good.
Yeah, it just looks really.
I can lift off bits at some point later.
Almost like you say, you don't want to touch it in case you sort of spoil it.
No. And we got these I don't know if these whiteboard markers. So if you want to put in some highlights here and there, you can flick them in. There's some, add some sparkle. Chrissy, she's got with her acrylics that she's never going to use again. Well, she can get some really nice strong colors on the whites at the end.
Yeah.
Which would really help. I'm not going to go too mad with it. And I'm just going to let it dry and let it sort itself out. Well, it's just, I'm really chuffed with that. That's the problem. I don't want to spoil it. It's taken me yonks to work out. And it looks really nice on the camera as well.
Does, it looks really good.
Gee, that's a bit darker, which is how it's supposed to be in. 1, 2, 3. I think that's where it is. That's about. What do you think, Chris? Is it? Should I leave it alone?
I would. Yeah, I like it
as well.
I think it proves that we're getting better at this watercolor, Laura. And we can always.
You might be.
As it dries back, like I won't do. I keep saying I won't, and I keep end up doing it. But these ever, what do I call them? Evergreen brushes are quite stiff, so you can look at it perhaps, you know, when it goes bone dry tomorrow, and you think, oh, I don't like that, and you can just sort of go like that with a bit of tissue and just lift off places that you want to, like there, that you want to put a bit of roundness in her cheek, so you can just sort of, it's not working quite well now, and just lift it off. And there's just looking for little highlights, just dab it, and it really does. You do it slowly and methodically, you can add a little bit of 3-dimension, you know, the extra dimension to it, just by lifting off It's really like doing makeup. Oh dear. Mad Christchurch artist becomes makeup specialist on the set of the latest film by Russell Crowe. Russell, highlights. Imagine me doing that. Yes. That's a bit dark there, so we'll lift that off. But you can see what how it works. And the more you do, the more you do. And that's the other thing about it. So at some point you have to stop, let it dry.
I don't know if you want to mute me for a minute. I've got to make a phone call.
Huh. Yeah. One-handed.
I don't think you need to listen to me talk to the doctor.
I know I'm mucking about, but I'm worried about my dad, really. Little rascal. He's 86, so he's got quite a few.
Has he been quite poorly with it? Or?
Monitoring and training purposes.
Well, I think with his prostate stuff as well, it's all sorts of
come together.
a bit widdly wobbly.
When visiting the practice, please
Want
be sure you do not have
on that.
COVID-19. We kindly ask that
That
you
dry.
sanitize your hands when entering and leaving the building.
Sorry, the number you dialed.
You're in a queue. You're number 12 in a queue.
I'm ringing the vets first.
Oh,
That's
good
all
job you told us that. That might have been a different conversation.
You lot can have a go. I'm
Yeah, no, that looks really good.
I'm quite well.
Yeah.
It's more than I expected, and it didn't take as long as I thought.
No, it is an early lunch.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm.
I think it's one of those things you want it to dry back.
Yeah.
And it's a learning thing as well.
Mm.
Not far off of what she looks like.
No, pretty good, I think.
Actually, I think I've made a look wrong.
My name is Christine Besson. I was going to pick up her Milliband for Leo.
I muted Chris.
Right. Carol's obviously talking to a blind man. Not blind as blind, I mean.
Do you know what? That's one of the nicest little portraits I've done.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Nothing flash, nothing pretentious.
No.
And when it's framed up, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, no.
Well, I said that this is
I think
the
the
earliest
lady be
batch
very
I've ever
pleased.
had. Anybody got any? That's on really chunk. Put a doodah on it.
Yeah.
That's what's it called? Yeah. Green mount on it. It'll look good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm pretty sure I know what attracts me to that portrait, that lady, because she looks a bit like Philpott, my daughter Philpott.
Oh, right.
One of my girls.
Yeah.
Actually, she's my youngest. Number 3.
How many children have you got?
Only 5.
Oh, only.
Doesn't everybody?
Sorry? What was that?
Doesn't everybody?
No. Oh.
It was all my fault, apparently.
Yeah, of course. Oh.
I don't care. It's been a really short session, but I've really enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
no, that's really lovely. Yeah, I'd be well pleased if I could do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put
It's
the
really
video
nice.
up and you could see how easy it was.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
tell
well,
you
it
what,
looks easy when you're doing it, but
the other thing that I'm really chuffed with is that over the last 2-3, I made that decision a couple of weeks ago to stop tracing and really sketching everything from scratch myself. And even if I'm using a grid, I'm quite happy with that.
right.
And all of the, they're working out really well.
Yeah.
And the other bonus is because I'm using that stuff that I'll get it out. Hang on. I've got paint all over the chair.
You're right, Chris. Look like you.
I'm absolutely boiling now. If I put this big fleece
Oh
on this
God,
morning,
yeah.
when I get off of here, I'm going to have to go and
I'll put it in the thing. It's called Typo Detail. And it's one of those Frisk by Frisk. Typo Detail by Frisk.
what is it?
It's just detail.
Oh, that's
paper. The tracing it works really well. Roger Dean uses it, the guy that paints the Yes logo and all those album covers years ago, the psychedelic sort of things. He uses it a lot. He binds it, so he does what like that, sketches on the detail paper, and you can paint on it a bit as well, watercolor or use felt markers. And what he does, he gets it bound into folders, glued up. So he's forever got a record of pictures that he's done on detail. So and the beauty of it is you can pull it out, put it on a picture, and utilize it in pictures later on. It's a clever way of doing it. Got to learn from the master. Yes. I'm really chuffed with that.
Yeah,
Chrissy says stop as well, then I will.
Yeah, definitely.
It's usually halfway through. I wouldn't do that. Do you know that bit in the top right hand looks like a mouse climbing up a wall? What? So I know instantly to give it a squish squash. Wow. This is a record. I'm really chuffed.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's really nice.
Mind you say that I did. It has taken longer because I spent.
You did the background first.
Doing a bit in the background.
Yeah.
And I did the sketch. But the sketch I've used the same way as I did last week's with the kelpies. Using the grid and da-da-da. But once you spend, I don't know what it takes, half hour, 20 minutes. Once you've done the sketch, just use the trace down, put it on your, position it where you want it on your watercolor paper, and off you go. What if with portraits you tend to focus on the whole thing, but with the landscapes you don't even need to. The only bit that you need to do a grid on, like last week, was the kelpies, because you want them to look fairly accurate-ish. So the only, that was the place where the grid was. Hang on, I'm waving and I'm using, and I haven't even got the, no one could see me. But it was only the kelpies bit in the middle that had the grid that I worried about with the grid. Because once I've sketched that or positioned it wherever I wanted it, the rest of the landscape or the other bits, I just did by eye and how I wanted it to go, where I want the trees to go. It's just I think it's a good way of getting the focal point, you know,
Yeah.
the good bit good. I'm glad I don't paint acrylics and oils because, like you say, Chris, it's really difficult to hold on to it. But you have to paint it in a light colour with a neutral colour first, underpaint it, don't you? Right. That's it then.
Wow.
Carol's not come
Carol.
back. She'll be
No,
disappointed.
she's sorting out her blinds, isn't she?
Oh,
Taking longer than what she thought, probably.
heating's gone. We've had the heating on a couple of days.
Yeah.
What Mel's been doing? Today was the first day. She put it on early, like 5 o'clock, and go off at 10. And then this evening it will come on at 6 and go off at 10 or something like that. But it's on really low, the radiators.
Yeah.
I haven't put mine on, and I've been so careful about everything. And then the other night, I just used the top oven to do something, and took the meal out, went and sat down near it, and I thought, that fan's taking a long time to go off. Like 2 hours later, and I went out, and the oven was still on. Oh no!
Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I thought, good work I've done.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyone with a smart meter is, you look at it, is
whizzing round.
is really, you look at it and you think, oh shit, bugger.
Yeah.
Switch it off. Where's that? Or you go on and you get a spike, but you think, what was that?
Probably best not to have one of those, because otherwise you wouldn't use anything, would you?
Maybe that's what's. No, I mean, it makes a big difference. Well, it has on ours. We are.
Have you got a smart meter then?
Yeah, and
Right.
it's right next to where James is in his room downstairs. He's got his laptop and he sits there, and the smart meter is on the desk near the boiler.
Right, so you can see it.
Yeah. So he knows what the target spend is every day.
Right.
It was £3 at the end of the days. It was £3 or under, but because a lot of people don't realise that up till 1st of October, when the price cap came in and everything changed, the target for us was £3 a day. Now, nothing's changed. We're still using the cautiously
Same amount
of electric. It's £6 a day.
Wow.
So that
different.
to maintain that, the equivalent of the £3 a day, we've got it's now 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nightmare.
It is.
Well, it is, because it's a total rip-off. The energy companies are just ripping us off.
Yeah.
Charging us enough so that they make an exorbitant profit.
Yeah. We're all falling apart, aren't we?
Well,
the countries.
They tried to do it in France. And they're all out on the streets rioting and setting fires to cars. So what they're gonna, it's just the British apathy that's the problem. Come the revolution.
Yeah. And you've got an air fryer. Have you got an air fryer, Dave?
Mel uses the air fryer. She uses an air
That's
fryer.
supposed to be cheaper, isn't it?
And a pressure cooker. She uses that a lot.
I do batch cooking, so that, just have to heat it up in the microwave, which is better. But obviously, sometimes I'm using the oven. But
Mel hasn't used the oven for months.
Just make you aware of everything, doesn't it? Oh, here comes Carol now. Now we've finished. But bye, we're going now.
Oh,
No, just joking.
Wow. Right, I had to see to Peter. Sorry.
Oh, right. I thought it was a chat with the blinds.
No, he hasn't been yet.
Oh, right.
Well, that looks nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my girlfriend was looking so lovely. I didn't want to do any more to her.
Oh, so it was a quick one
Yeah,
this morning
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well-
Yeah. Very abstracty, isn't it?
Mm.
It's not far off what we were talking about ages ago about doing them that sort of way. So
So,
I
right.
don't want to spoil it.
Mm.
No. So, right, that's quite a good idea then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well-
make sure you have a bit more yellowy over the face, not another colour. And it's
Don't even
doesn't.
think about that.
No, all right.
Don't go there.
Don't go there. So I just splish splosh all the colour on, and then
With the
and
brush, hang on, I'm doing it again. I'm making hand gestures and I'm not even on the screen. With the brush, flick it as well. Tap it on your finger.
right, okay,
Just use just concentrate on 3 colours: red, yellow, and blue. Yeah.
yeah, red, yellow, and blue.
Make the
Okay,
paper make the paper nice and wet. Then
Yeah.
red, yellow, and
yellow,
blue.
blue. Right,
And anything.
okay.
If you've got 30 colours in your palette or stuff from last week or whatever, a bit of green, you utilise it and flick it in or whatever.
Okay.
You'll get most of what you want out of those colours. I think the blue is the try and get a bit of blue in. I didn't get much on mine.
Which blue? The cobalt blue or
Cerulean
the
blue,
darker
or cobalt,
blue?
yeah. Cerulean.
Right.
Cerulean's
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
because what'll happen if you using lemon yellow or raw sienna, any yellow, light red, crimson red, yeah,
Mm.
and cobalt blue, where the cobalt blue mixes with the crimson or the
Mhm.
lighter red, it will go a sort of off grey neutral way. So there is a
Right.
method in the madness, because
Right.
the neutral tint that I like to use on the shadows on the figures, the way I've been doing it, is made up out of light red and the cobalt turquoise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you've already got that on the within the red, yellow, red, and blue that you're using for the background, then you can get some of those in there, so you can
Right.
utilize it.
Right. See what we come up with, eh? Oh dear. Okay then. Right. I'll have a go at that. And I hope you feel better soon, Christine.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's miserable, isn't it?
Mm.
Like I'm
Yeah.
always flying up and down these stairs, and some days I stop myself and I think, oh God, if I fall down these stairs, it doesn't go
Yeah.
through. Because one day I tripped and I had to hang on to the side. I'm up and down them so much.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so easily done. It's
Yeah.
so
I find I catch my toes on things now. I can just trip up over the carpet sometimes.
yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
old, I think. We don't pick our
Yeah.
feet up.
Got to be careful, haven't we?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I should look forward to seeing what you do with this
Yeah.
young lady.
And you're going to
Okay.
do yours
Left-handed.
either that or her toes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's an idea. Or your mouth. Some peak artists do it with their mouth.
Yeah.
don't
You imagine
Mine-
trying to do a portrait.
Mine
Oh,
usually look like I've done them with my mouth.
Get your sister to draw it out or trace it out, and then you can fill it in best you
She-
can.
Yeah, well, I'll see. I'll see.
I'll
Oh.
send you an email later on with the black and white, the tone one,
Mm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
because that helps you with the hair. It shows you where all the dark bits in the hair are, and
Okay.
the bit round the face and that, the shadow
Well, I
bit
won't-
there.
I won't
Right.
be taking
You can pencil them in.
over anyway.
Okay.
I'll have
Right.
enough stuff as it is. What we did with all these bits and pieces is food.
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm sure once you get the proper plaster on, you'll be a bit more
It might be a
freer.
bit easier, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping once the bones start to knit a bit, it won't be so
Oh,
painful.
gosh.
At the moment, it's still.
Do you ever watch that on 999 where they have to push
No.
the bone back in. Oh,
Watch anything like that. No, thank you.
oh, that must be me then. I watch a lot of those.
I used to watch all the Your Life in Their Hands programs.
Oh yeah, I watch those. Yeah, and I watch Ambulance.
My first husband, and I went into hospital to have my kidney removed, and it was on, and he recorded it and said, "Oh, I thought you'd like to watch this." And I haven't watched any operations since. Because it wasn't keyhole in those days, it was chopping it.
Well, before I had my knee operation, I watched it first. But I couldn't watch, I couldn't watch the one on bunions because that made my toes curl. But yeah, I watched my knee. Right. So they do, I think no wonder it's painful when you see how they pull you and bash you about. It's quite a brutal operation, really.
They sort of slice you and put two big bulldog clips.
Yeah, I know. And then they've got a thing and they're banging away.
It's horrible. But
our mum, that's what our mum had her hip done, and she didn't go to sleep.
No.
Oh right.
Whoa.
Oh, they probably gave her a spinal block, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
But
I went to sleep.
Aware of it, aren't you?
Yeah, I went to sleep, but I wasn't under the anaesthetic they gave me was in my spine. But they just put you to sleep. It's just, very light. So otherwise you could have. I thought, oh no, I don't want to listen to all that. Well, no, I don't think that. But
I think Dad had a procedure a couple of weeks ago, and he was awake. He was watching it on the screen. He said, "Oh, that was fascinating."
But I think as long as you're not in pain, because I think they give you a pain in your top leg, in your muscle. They give you a pain relief, but you don't feel it till the next morning. And you think, "Oh, this isn't too bad." Right. Okay then.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, good luck with your
early lunch.
Yeah. When are you having it done, Pauline?
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sort of not thinking about it at the moment.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Got my other girlfriend here now.
Oh yeah, she's coming to see what you've been doing.
Brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it just him or is it a family coming?
Sorry?
Is it just your brother?
Oh yeah, no, it's his brother and my sister-in-law as well.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, have a lovely time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay then. So you won't be here next week then?
Or the week after. So it'll be like 3 weeks before I see you. So
you've got time to do your painting.
Yeah.
Well, don't matter, because I'll just carry on doing them anyway. And
So, catch up eventually.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
Joyce sent me a hello.
I've got to go.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Yeah.
All right then. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Okay then. Right. Bye. Bye.
Go and watch Loose Women.
Yeah. I never watched that. Not now.
I used to, but I haven't watched it for a long time.
No, I watched Steph's Packed Lunch.
Oh yeah, she's quite funny, isn't she?
Well, it's more of a magazine program. There's a bit more going on.
Yeah.
I don't watch it anyway. I'm only chomping
on in the background.
Just
tootling around.
And
okay. Right, I suppose we better go.
Yeah, all right.
All right,
see you in 3 weeks then.
Okay then. All right. See you next week then, Dave. Yeah, and you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.